in Mr. Anthony Tarke from Coppin State.
How's
What
it
up,
going?
Tarke? How you doing, man?
Going, going on?
Good to have you on, my man. Good to have you on. Been too long, man. How's the weather that way?
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's a rainy day right now, cloudy. I got this little hat on just to stay warm. So yeah,
Good, good, man. Well, we won't keep you long, but we will have some fun with this. So, starting out, okay. So you have had a monster start to your season. Of course, there's been ups and downs. There's been some games you guys have played at extremely high level. There's been some games you guys are still kind of working out the kinks like everyone else. But in particular, your first game against Duke, you came out and had just a kind of make a name for yourself type of game. And then you played against another good mid major that you had a almost triple double performance, in some ways almost quadruple double performance. So we'll talk about that. But just starting out, so you were at NJIT, you started your career, you were a first team all conference player 2 years in a row. So you had a chance to really perform at a high level. You entered the transfer market. You end up signing with us at UTEP, and then you kind of go through a tough stretch. I think it goes without saying, you had some challenges there. You didn't play. I had some moments you didn't play, had some games you didn't play, probably had some road trips you almost didn't go on or didn't want to go on because it's like, what's the point? But on the flip side, we know that coach's culture there, and the culture there is about work. It's about investment. It's about discipline. It's about toughness. So there's some things you definitely got from it. And the team that you played with last year was so talented. So talk just a little bit about what you gained from that experience that's now helping you play at such a high level with what you're doing at Coppin State.
yeah. So I guess to backtrack to the NJIT situation, you know, I was allowed to come in and really just be myself from the jump. Coach Kennedy and Coach Rapp and those guys, they gave me a confidence, but I didn't really understand the college game and just the work that needed to be put in to be consistently great. So going to UTEP, I was thinking that as I took on that, new challenge, that I would be able to take the work that, and the blue collar mentality that we had there with my talent and have a beautiful product and a beautiful season. Unfortunately, it didn't go that way, but I was able, again, moving on to Coppin, I was able to take on how hard you had to work, and because of the talent level, you really couldn't have an off day. I mean, you really had to continue to grind, and that talent level made me push to a greater limit in myself, and also just having you there during my redshirt year. I mean, pushing me. We might have a game where we watch, but we're working out the day of the game, working out after in the mornings and all that stuff, and just trying to fine tune my shot and all these little things and little nuances that have helped me, and prepared me for the opportunity I have now at Coppin. So,
Yeah, I just love to see it, man. I'm excited for you, and I know Kevin's going to talk specifically about the Duke game and ask about that. But just knowing how hard it is in college basketball, we talk about it on here, just to win one game.
yeah,
So from a player standpoint, how hard it is to sit out a year and not be able to play, and then the year you go to play, it doesn't go quite the way you plan. You still don't get to play, but just how much work you put in behind the scenes, everything you're getting, you deserve, man. So I'll jump back in, but I'll let Kevin take over for a little bit.
I appreciate it. Yep.
Yeah, and I think it starts your first game with a new program. It doesn't seem like there's much bigger challenge than going on the road, going to Cameron, and going into that place. Obviously, not the environment it normally is, but
Mm-hmm.
still, I've been in there when it was empty, and it still felt like the walls were caving in on you. It's just tight.
Yeah.
So walk me through. You're walking to the gym. You're playing Duke, and you go and you ball out, right? You're 22, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals. Like how much you guys hang in that game for 4 quarters or
Yeah.
two halves? I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
You guys hang in there for the whole way. Like, walk me through the confidence that gave you, just playing that game the way you did.
Man, it was, you don't ever know how you're gonna come out in your first game. Usually like in the seasons prior, you've had like a home game, maybe it was a Division 3 school, Division 2 school that you play, kind of get your feet wet, and especially being in a new system, a new environment with new teammates. I think we have like 9 new guys. having to go up against the top 10 team in the country, it's it can go one or two ways, and we weren't expected to be in that game, and people probably didn't know what to expect from me. Also coming off the season I just had, so just for me, I mean, my coach and my staff, like, they give me all the confidence in the world to go out there and use all the all the things I've worked on this whole throughout this pandemic and throughout my time even at UTEP, and I was just able to go out there and be comfortable and be myself. Some of the shots that may look like bad shots are shots that I work on every single day. Like, so it wasn't, for me, it wasn't a surprise that I was able to, do those things. I was just blessed to have the opportunity to do it. So I wanted to win, though. I wanted to win.
And you guys got to win on Thursday against UNC Greensboro, one of the best mid-major programs in the country. They have one of the best defenders in the country, Isaiah Miller, and you guys knocked them off. And this was the game that I think really introduced you to people nationally. I know a lot of people were talking after you put up 33, 10, 8, 4 blocks, 4 steals. Like, what did that win mean to you guys coming off a start where you started 0-4? You're playing a team that it's probably significantly favored to win. What did that win mean to you guys, to what you guys are building, what you guys are heading into with conference play?
Yeah, we take on these challenges in non-conference just to give ourselves, just to build this chemistry overall. With our team right now, we're just trying to get better throughout each and every game. We're learning a lot of our guys are learning a whole new defensive scheme, and even just offensive fluidity, just trying to figure each other out. UNCG, really good team, really hard-nosed team, tough team. I've been in those games before, when you're kind of picked to be the underdog and you find a way. And it's just about doing everything you can to, try to get a win. And, again, the numbers, they're great. But it's just, for me, I want to win. And whatever it takes to get that win is what I'll do. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll let BB jump in if he has anything.
Yeah, I think Kevin, you were going to ask. We talked about this off air. I think Kevin was just going to ask about recruiting and kind of you ended up playing with your brother. I'll let him kind of lead into that, but kind of how that whole thing came about.
Yeah, I was just curious. I mean, obviously, what was your recruitment like when you were leaving UTEP? How much did the relationship where your brother was also coming to Coppin? How much did that help in just choosing there? Just walk me through that whole process, especially in a year where you couldn't go out and visit places.
Yeah, it was, statistically wise, it wasn't, again, the best year for me. But I guess, my recruitment was still very good coming out of UTEP. There were still a lot of schools that were, very interested in me. I had a dream. I had a plan that I wanted to play with my brother, and also go to a place where I know he'd be able to get minutes coming in as a freshman. And, Coppin State, they recruited him. They offered him. He committed there before I even committed there. But him doing that and punching the clock in there, it was a big determining factor for me to step in and also play with him. It's been a dream. I've been playing with him since we started playing, since I was 13 years old and he was 10. So he's probably one of my favorite players to play with. And again, we haven't played together in a minute, so we're gonna get our flow going and throughout this season. But I'm just excited, man. Excited.
Yeah, one of the games. Matter of fact, I think it was the UNCG win where you guys combined for over 50 points together, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, awesome story. Coach Dixon had some really powerful words to say about you. He just said, "We're very fortunate to have a player and person of Anthony Tarke's caliber. In recruiting him, we knew he was going to be a game changer for our program. And then with his brother coming too, just really added icing on the cake." And he said his biggest goals are to teach you the game, put you in space. He said, "You are a guard. You're not a big, not a forward." But he said, "I want to be able to help him show his pro game and how the pro game is played. He can defend 1 through 5. The goal is to get him to the next level. We're going to win as many games as we can with him. Couldn't ask for a better kid. to lead our team and to build around. That's Coach Dixon. So really strong words from him. What would you say it's like to play for him? Obviously, a guy who won a national championship at Maryland, played at the pro level himself. For him to have such high praise for you and playing for him, what is that like?
He tells me that, I know he's the ultimate competitor, and he tells me that he sees that competitive nature and that competitive fire that he had in me. And just to have that continuity with the coach and that relationship with the coach, with the head coach, it's game changing, because you want to be able to know that your coach has your back. And again, everything, again, we're 1-5, but everything we're doing and everything he's doing for me, he's always telling me it's bigger than Coppin State. It's bigger than college. I brought you here to prepare you for the NBA, and if you have to, because there are some times where I want to do things that I think will be better suited for like maybe our team in terms of maybe playing an inside role or whatever. But he's like, I'm telling you, it's bigger than this, man. Like, we're gonna get wins. We're gonna be successful in our conference. Just lock into what I want you to do now. I've been there. I've seen it. I've done it. I'm a champion. And I take that on. I want to take on that character and take on his personality, and try to have obviously the best season possible, but also for myself in my last year, to go out with a bang. So.
We've heard a lot from different coaches, whether it be on the show or on social media, about playing in the pandemic, whether that's the challenges that come with it, whether you want to play or not. We haven't heard a lot from the players. Like walk us through A, what your life looks like, and B, where you stand on how comfortable you are playing right now during what is obviously a very challenging time health-wise for everyone involved.
Yeah, I mean, well, just from a living standpoint, you really can't do much. I'm in my room, gym, gotta worry about my schoolwork, room. It's pretty monotonous, but it's like a sense of focus that you have, just knowing that you have to lock in on. You can just lock in on doing what you love, and doing what I love, which is hooping. But at the same time, like in game wise, no fans. I'm someone that gets riled up playing on the road. Like, if I know I had a game, the 22 whatever against Duke, but like I feel like if I had the camera crazy going, it gives you another adrenaline rush. You know what I'm saying? It just gets me going. It's unfortunate, like with that stuff going on, it doesn't give me, but you still love it. You still play and everything, but it's tougher when you don't have the fans, or the crowd, whether home or away, that's just egging you on or booing you. So it's different. It's something that obviously we've never experienced, but again, if your love for the game is there, you kind of find a way to just lock in and work on it. So
awesome.
Tark, man, great to have you on. Thanks so much, man. Super proud of you. Kevin tweeted about you being one of the best pickups at any level as far as your play. I think Jeff Goodman gave you performance of the night the other night on Thursday. Obviously, you kind of had a role where you started your career, had a bunch of success, went to a higher level program and a great program, and had some struggle and some challenges, and then now you're on the other side, being able to reap the benefits of all your hard work. Just any last words you want to say before we let you go?
Yeah, I want to say, you never let a hard time humble. It's not easy going through what I went through, going through the valley of the shadow of death, but as long as you have a belief, a foundation, and for me, my foundation is my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, just keeping you even keeled throughout it all. Yes, you're gonna go down. Yes, you're gonna feel like you can't. You're gonna wake up in the morning and feel like, man, I don't want to do what I got to do to be productive. But you just have to keep going, because it can't rain forever. It can't rain forever. And I'm just blessed that he's blessing me, and he's obviously going to continue to bless me throughout this year and throughout my life. But just stay the course. I would say just stay the course. If people are in your corner, continue to believe in them and believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. So.
Well, awesome stuff, AT, man. Thanks so much for taking the time. Best of luck the rest of the season. Keep taking your little brother under your wing. Tell your family we said hello. Stay safe, man, and super proud of all you're doing, man. You represent college basketball the right way, and you have one of the best stories out there right now in college basketball. So keep up the good work, man. Keep turning heads.
I appreciate you guys, man, for having me.
Thank you.
All right,
All right,
guys.
AT.